Obsidian journaling is easy, reflection is hard. I fixed it with one command, reflect. It works across your whole vault, not just your journals. Here's how it works. In today's video, we'll look at a new AI Tools reflection system I have built for my Obsidian Vault. This system uses a command reflect in VS Code, Terminal, or AI Tools to reflect on notes in my Obsidian Vault and provide feedback and insights on what actions I need to take next. Down the bottom here, I have a workspace plus switcher, and that allows me to switch to my reflection workspace. That will load up my previous month, April 2026, and I can go through and reflect on my notes. You can see on the left-hand side, I have a Obsidian base with all the months from January to December. So I've made 130 notes in April, and on the right-hand side, I have a local graph view. The problem with this workspace is as soon as I click on a note, such as flow state, it only brings up the information linked to that particular note. So it's good for reflecting on individual notes, but not really multiple notes because I've only got two notes here connected to flow state. So I've got deep work and joyous masters. So this reflection workspace is good for exploring individual notes and going through them one by one. Then I have my cycles and reviews dashboard, which is where I enter my daily, weeks, months, quarters, years, achievements, disappointments, daily habits, and goal outcomes. So this is good if I want to just jump in and read my daily journal notes. And you can see I've got an Obsidian base here with all my journal notes and daily journal. So the problem with this is I have to click through each note one by one to read through the journal entry for that particular day. So you can see here I've got my habit tracker. I've got today's random note. What did I learn or work on today? I worked on this video. Journaling is easy, but reflection is hard. And you can see that I've got a whole bunch of other entries there. And we've got my files created today and files modified today. So when I have the energy, it's useful, but when I don't, it's difficult to read through multiple journal entries. So the next workspace I could have used for reflection is Explore Notes. And this one is just a map of content, which shows the notes created today, the notes modified today, or days live for notes created. So once again, once I click into a note here, then it gets lost. There's no way to really collect a whole bunch of data and create insights about it. Having multiple systems still require you to do the thinking. All these systems are still useful, but none of them reduce the mental effort. Before I created this AI Tools reflection system, I had days of scattered notes throughout my Obsidian Vault. This consumed a lot of time and energy and brain power. So by creating a reflect command, it gave me one clear action. In 30 to 60 seconds, I was reflecting on the same notes I would in my workspace. I found a more useful output that I could work with. Because the thing I discovered was that sometimes you can keep writing about the same things but never take any action, and this can happen over weeks, months, or years. What I found is sometimes you can get stuck in the same themes week after week, so the same thought, new week, and no movement in your life. So by having the reflect command, I can surface patterns and take action. So let me show you how it works. Here I am inside of Obsidian, and up on the top left, I have my .claude folder. If we expand the folder and come down to commands, you can see I've got a reflect command inside that folder. So if we open it up, we can see that I've got a privacy note to remind me that any of the notes that are read are going to be sent to an external AI cloud provider for this session. So if privacy is a concern, then we need to consider running with local models. So the first step is to determine the scope. If no argument is provided, then the AI is going to prompt us, where do we want to do our reflection? So I've got a few options here to remind us. The next step is to ask for a time frame because we want to know how far back to reflect on our notes. Step 2 is to resolve the scope to paths and note content so the AI knows exactly where to look. Further down the page, I have Vault Map Fallback Resolver. So if the scope doesn't match any name scope above, resolve it against the Vault map. We then have some matching rules. So step 3 is to check for previous reflections. So this is so we don't double up with reflecting. Step 4 is glob and read source notes. And we've got a whole bunch of instructions for daily notes, weekly, monthly, quarterly, AI chat insights, YouTube notes, or card notes. Finally, step 5 is to synthesize our findings. So the AI is going to create our reflection note. So we've got a little bit of a template here for the AI to work with. So we want a short title with a key summary. Then we want to extract patterns with 3 to 5 key themes and do a pattern check. We also want to ask ourselves when was the last time this appeared and what would be one next action. I find this quite useful, but we have a section for reframing. So we want to validate what keeps coming up, but also ask ourselves one low friction curious question. And then we want to pivot to try encourage us to take action. If we scroll down further, step 6 is to determine the maturity tag. I use seedling, fern, and tree. Then we output and save. All the reflections will have a tag my journal reflection, and we're going to save it into journal reflections with the date, keyword reflect, then the scope and the short title. And we've got some front matter here that we want the AI to use to keep everything consistent. And then finally, we want to write an automation log to my toolkit automation log folder. So that's the reflect command. Let's see how we can use it inside of our Obsidian Vault. There's a few methods we can use to run this reflect command. So the first method we'll look at is using AI tools with Claude agent inside of Obsidian. So you can see I've got my AI tools community plugin loaded here on the right hand side. And I want to do some reflection on my cards folder here. So I'm using Notebook Navigator to display my folders. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to Claude agent, hit the / command and type in ref, and then I can select the reflect command. So I could specify cards after this / command, but let's see what happens if we just send reflect. So Claude agent is reading my reflect command and it wants to know what I would like to reflect on. So this is step 1 here. So I'm going to say cards. So now Claude agent is moving to step 1b, asking for a time frame. So I'm going to just say the last 7 days. So we can expand the thinking by clicking the arrow here. But you can see what's going on. It's going and looking in my cards folder. So after 1 minute, Claude agent comes back to me with the reflection that I would like to write. So I can scroll up and I can have a look at it here. It's going to put it in my reflections folder under my journal with the date called reflect cards metabolic pivot. So I'll scroll down and I'll select allow. And once it's created the reflection note, it's going to make an automation log. So I'm going to allow this as well. And that just allows me to keep track of my automations. So now it'll give me an output of what it's created. So I can click and drag and read it if I want to. But I think what's better is to navigate over to our journal here and select the note. And then we'll hide our right pane. And we can see here the reflection note. So up the top, we have our YAML properties. We tag my journal reflection. We've got a tree emoji because it's over 200 words. It's to do with health, wellness, and career. So we've got topics there as well. And the date range was the 29th to the 1st, as that's the only files that were created during the last 7 days. So we've got a key summary here. Health is now the prerequisite, not the outcome. The theme was there is a coherent health framework emerging across my cards: stress, cortisol, visceral fat, low energy. And then it hints to me if this framework holds, career transition becomes secondary to fixing the stress cycle first. So if we scroll down, we can see patterns here. So the main one that I can see is the cortisol loop is the villain. So every concept card circles back to elevated cortisol, which is the root cause of low energy, visceral fat, and career paralysis. Let's scroll down and do a pattern check. We've got morning sunlight protocol, fiber first eating, people cards updated, and refraction thinking. One next action for us would be to test the morning sunlight protocol for 3 consecutive mornings. So that's 5 to 10 minutes of sunlight with no sunglasses or screens and 30 minutes of walking. And then finally, we have our reframe. So we've got our validation here. The desire to fix career and health at the same time can feel overwhelming, like 2 full-time jobs. But what if our career problem is actually a health problem in disguise? So our commute drains us, the job feels impossible, and our motivation is gone. But underneath it all, it might just be a disrupted circadian rhythm and elevated cortisol. And then there's a question, if morning sunlight and fiber first eating and 15 minutes walking the dog were our foundation, what happens to our energy in 2 weeks? And then we've got a pivot there. If testing all 3 feels too much, start with just a walk with the dog. So that reflection gives us a little bit of an idea of what we are focused on in the past week and gives us a few things to think about to take action on. The next method will be Visual Studio Code using the Claude Code for VS Code extension. You can use this extension with an existing Claude Code subscription, or you can use your Obsidian AI Tools subscription in partnership with Ultimate AI. Just need to edit your settings.json file and add this environment variable here. Replace your API key with your Obsidian AI Tools API key, and you can either leave the URL as chat.ultimateai.org, or you could use chat.obsidianaitools.com. All right, so here we are back inside of VS Code. So we'll trigger our reflect command. So Claude's going to ask us what we want to reflect on. We will choose our journal this time. By default, the skill will look back 2 weeks. We're just going to do the last 7 days. So that will give us a cutoff date of the 28th of April 2026. So Claude's going to go have a look through my journal, daily journal folder here, and you can see I've got some journal entries in there. And then our reflection is going to go in the reflections folder. And we'll also have an automation note created whilst we run this reflect command. Claude is reading 6 daily notes from the last 7 days, and it's going ahead and giving me a preview of the reflection note. It's going to save that. So we need to approve the PowerShell command that it wants to run. This may be different depending on what operating system you're using. So now we can see our reflection note has been created. And if I expand the toolkit and expand the automation log, we can see that's been created as well. So we'll jump back into Obsidian. I'm going to go over to my journal folder and select the reflect note first. That's been created. So up the top, we have our YAML properties. We've got my journal reflection with an emoji tree because it's more than 200 words. We're using tags, Obsidian, YouTube, and sleep. We've got some date information. The type is reflection. Topics covered, Obsidian, YouTube, and sleep. Source count is 8 and the date range is the 28th of April to the 5th of May. The title is From Idea to Reflect. So we've got a key summary of the week. So our reading list setup was unresolved. It appeared in daily tomorrow 5 times and 2 weekly reviews without being closed. The theme was a highly creative week centered on rapidly building the reflect command. And the forward note is if the video intro gets recorded this week, idea command video becomes a complete story worth sharing. We've got some patterns here and also a pattern check. So this could just be checking patterns throughout the week for habits or things that we've been doing to see if we're being consistent enough. So we can see here I've got gym 4 out of 6 days. That's a pretty good effort. And then we've also got a note on sleep protection. So having a late night and crashing out the next day. One next action, record the video intro. Command works. The idea is fully formed. And one more day in tomorrow, risk it becoming someday. And then finally, we have our reframe. So we validate the sleep crash pattern appears in 3 separate places. When sleep goes, everything else goes with it. Then we have a question. What would it take to make one early night non-negotiable this week? not as a rule, just as a experiment. And then the pivot is if I go to bed early, it feels like a restriction. Try the opposite frame. The gym data already shows what happens when the body is rested. So run it like a test, not a lifestyle change. So depending on what you've got for the last week, your reflection will be different, and you could do this over a longer period of time. If we jump back to VS Code, you can use the terminal as well by hitting terminal and going new terminal. And then you simply just type in Claude and say, yes, I trust this folder. And then you could use your terminal inside of VS Code if you prefer to do it that way, or you could use any terminal of your choice. So I think 2 examples is enough for the video. There's a lot more I could cover, but I think you guys get the idea. The reflect command will be available in my Ultimate Vault as well as my Agents and Skills Vault if you would like to use it or customize it further. Ko-fi links will be in the description. If you have built your own reflection systems inside of Obsidian, leave a comment below sharing your experience. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.